Well, our next topic is rotor EMF. Now, when the rotor is at standstill, means जब rotor रुका हुआ है, then the induction motor is equivalent to a three-phase transformer with its secondary short-circuited. So, induced EMF per phase in the rotor means here E2 is just like secondary EMF and E1 is just like primary EMF in the transformer. So induced EMF per phase E2 in the rotor when it is at standstill, that is at the instant of starting, is given by E2 equals to E1 into N2 by N1. Now when the motor starts running, the relative speed of the rotor with respect to the stator flux, that is slip S, drops. Hence the rotor induced EMF, which varies in direct proportion with the relative speed or slip S, is given by SE2. मीन्स जब आपका रोटर मूव करना स्टार्ट करता है तो जो रोटर ईएमएफ होगा वो किस पे डिपेंड करेगा? इट विल डिपेंड अपॉन द रिलेटिव स्पीड बिटवीन द स्टेटर फील्ड एंड द रोटर स्पीड, दैट इज NS minus NR, which is equals to S. So EMF will be equals to SE2. Now come to rotor current and power factor at standstill. This is the equivalent circuit of a rotor of an induction motor. Now at standstill, जब रोटर रुका हुआ है तो स्लिप S की वैल्यू क्या है? 1. तो SE2 क्या हो जाएगा? E2 induced EMF per phase in rotor is equals to E2. Rotor winding resistance per phase is equals to R2. Rotor winding reactance per phase will be equals to X2, and rotor winding impedance per phase will be equals to Z2 equals to R2 under root R2 square plus X2 square. So rotor current I2 will be equals to E2 upon Z2, which is equals to E2 upon under root R2 square plus X2 square. Power factor, as you all know, cos phi 2 equals to R2 upon Z, where Z is equals to under root R2 square plus X2 square. Now come to the next condition at slip S, when the rotor starts rotating. Now the induced EMF per phase in rotor winding will be equals to SE2. Rotor winding resistance per phase will be equals to R2. Rotor winding reactance per phase is equals to SX2, because X2 is depending upon frequency, and in the previous topic rotor current frequency or any term which is depending upon frequency will be equals to S into F. F dash will be equals to S into F. So S into 2 pi F L2. Rotor winding impedance per phase is equals to under root R2 square plus SX2 का whole square. Now rotor current I2 per phase is equals to SE2 upon under root R2 square plus SX2 square. Power factor cos phi 2 equals to R upon Z. Now we have modified the equivalent circuit. What we have done is we have taken, as you know, I2 equals to SE2 upon under root R2 square plus SX2 square. So we have taken S square common. So S cancel out and it will becomes E2 upon under root R2 upon S का whole square plus X2 square. So this is the equivalent circuit of this, representing this equation, where E2, X2, R2 by S and current flowing is I2. Now come to rotor torque. Now the torque of induction motor किसके कारण अकर करता है? ड्यू टू इंट्रैक्शन ऑफ द रोटर एंड द स्टेटर फील्ड. मीन्स जब रोटर और स्टेटर फील्ड इंटरेक्ट करती हैं तब आपके रोटर पे टॉर्क लगता है, एंड इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द फील्ड ऑफ दोज फील्ड्स. मीन्स टॉर्क डिपेंड्स अपॉन द स्टेटर फील्ड, strength of stator field and the rotor field, and the phase relationship between them. Thus the torque developed by the rotor of an induction motor is directly proportional to the rotor current, stator flux per pole and power factor of the rotor circuit. Rotor current, stator flux per pole and the power factor of the rotor circuit. So torque is directly proportional to the stator flux per pole, rotor current and power factor of the circuit. Since rotor EMF per phase at standstill is directly proportional to flux per pole, मतलब जितना flux होगा उतना आपका EMF induced होगा rotor conductors में. So the torque developed will be directly proportional to E2. phi की जगह हमने क्या रख दिया, E2, as phi is directly proportional to E2, I2 cos phi 2, or T equals to K E2 I2 cos phi 2, where K is any constant.